Hi, Alex. How are you? I will not lie. I am not feeling great tonight. I actually had a really bad day yesterday. It was the worst day I've had during all this COVID madness. Hey, it's Michael! Then a bowl of oatmeal. I love oatmeal. Do you like oatmeal? We talked about this. No, who was it that puts an egg in their oatmeal? I think that was Jordachi. I was doing overnight oats for a while, but that requires like prep, and I don't want to do prep. But I had a really bad day yesterday. I am not pregnant, but I felt like I was pregnant again. I had the worst. I was nauseous, and so baby girl woke up. Yeah, I hear that the temperature fluctuation. Yeah, sometimes it's warm, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's warm, it's cold. And I eat oats every morning with a banana in it. It's good protein, lots of fiber. It's good for you. Do you eat them warm with a banana in them? Do you put anything else in them? I like maple syrup and brown sugar oats, as well as Pop-Tarts. Cinnamon and brown sugar trumps everything for me. But I spent most of the day yesterday in bed. I woke up with Auden at about 5 because her sleep schedule is completely off, especially since all of this happened. And so she woke up at about 5. So Ander had been up with her in the night. And so I was like, I'll get up with her. I didn't feel great, but I was like, he was up in the night, so I'll get up with her now. And then whenever he wakes up, I'll just go back to bed. And so I waited and waited and waited and waited for him to wake up. And he slept until probably like 9, I think it was, because I just felt crappy all morning, but I was with her, and luckily I could kind of sit her down with some like Baby Einstein on my phone, and I could kind of lay there on the couch. I just kind of pushed through, and then she wouldn't go down for her morning nap, and I had a complete mental breakdown. I just burst into tears. I was so tired, and I was so exhausted, and I just didn't feel well, and I was so frustrated. And Ander came out of our room. I wanted him to wake up naturally. I didn't want to go in there and be like, hey, you need to wake up because I need to lay down. So I waited until he woke up just on his own, and he came out of our room right as baby girl was pitching a fit, and I was like a mess. Poor guy. He came out of our room and I was crying, and he just took her and he just said, go to bed. So I did. I went to bed, and I slept for like 3 hours, and then I spent the rest of the day in bed. I just did not feel very well. So what is hitting my microphone? Is it my sweater, my hoodie? Ugh. So anyway, I'm definitely not 100% right now, but whenever someone mentions how many times I've had COVID, I always add, and counting. Yeah, that's wild. Do you think you've had every strain? Like every time a new strain has come out? I don't know. Charlotte went back to school today. She's been symptom-free, for like, I don't even remember. She really only had symptoms for 1 day. So she's been symptom-free for a good while, but we just were cautious, and we wanted to make sure, anyway. So she went back to school today, and her little crush, the little troublemaker, apparently he moved. Now, we do live in a military city, and so people moving in and out is really common. But yeah, she came home today and she was like, guess what, Mama? He moved. And I was like, oh my gosh, do you know why? And she just said he went to go live with his mom. And I said, oh, okay, well, how does that make you feel? And she said, it makes me feel kind of sad. Then she came to me later, and I told her when she got home from school, she needed to do her homework. And then she gets these little worksheets that have there are 4 columns, and every column, at the top of each column is a day. So she has the Monday column, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then on Friday, she hands it in. And it's like 5 questions. And they're usually kind of math type questions. So she does like 5 math questions a day. It's great. It's totally easy, doable, fine. Takes her, a couple minutes, and then she's fine. Wow, look at my hair. I just got out of the shower a little while ago, and I did not do anything with my hair. Oh, what is this? Anyway, so I said, all right, you have to do your homework, and then there's like a basket of laundry in your room that you need to put away before you can do your switch. And I was laying in bed because I still haven't felt great today. So she was like, okay. So she came. Suddenly she comes into my room and she's crying. And I was like, oh no, she's crying about this little boy. And I said, what's the matter? And she goes, I just don't want to put my clothes away. And I said, I feel that. I put everybody's clothes away. And I've gotten to a point where I need help. I can't just do everybody's. I have to put away baby girl's stuff. Sometimes if I need a laundry basket, because normally I'll just throw all of Anders' stuff in a laundry basket over on his side of the room. I'm like, he can deal with that. But if I run out of laundry baskets, because he never has time to just sit and put away all his laundry, he just digs through it and finds what he needs and whatever. That's fine for him, but every once in a while I'll put his stuff away because I need that laundry basket. But Charlotte's old enough. That's easy, and it's not even every day. So I was like, oh, I'm sorry. That sucks. And she was crying and crying. She was like, I just don't want to do it. And I said, I think you're sad because of a different reason. And everything seems crappy because, do you remember the Franklin book we read about the turtle who was having a really bad day and he was really kind of angry at everybody, but then his dad found out he was really angry because his friend moved away? And she was like, yes. And so I said, well, I think it's kind of like that. I think you're sad about your friend that moved away. And she was like, no, I just don't want to do it. And I said, well, I understand. And then I was like, but rules are rules, and you need to go put your clothes away before you play your Switch. And she goes, I already put them away. And I said, wait, you mean you're crying after you put your clothes away? And she said, I just didn't want to do it, but I did it. I was like, okay. Oh, that child. She is something else. Michael's had the infinity gauntlet of COVID. Do you work with a lot of people? Like, are you around a lot of people all the time? Or do you work remotely? Like, can you work from home, or do you have to actually go to work every day? I hope I don't lose the YouTube chat this time like I did last time. I mean, honestly, the only place I can think of Charlotte or Auden picking it up was at church, because I don't take her anywhere. We literally don't go anywhere. And Charlotte didn't get it first. That's what I assumed was going to happen. I assumed she was going to bring it home from school, but she never did. Auden got it first, so she must have picked it up at church somewhere. But, you know, we have multiple congregations that meet in our building, and we always wipe down everything. Like, we have people in charge of doing like a wipe down of all the main surfaces and stuff. I live alone and work from home. Okay, so you're not, well then, what the heck, man? Where did you get it? Well, you can't always stay home. You gotta go out places. People need to be around people. Even if you're introverted, and even if you don't totally love being, even if you don't want to be around people all the time, even introverts need people sometimes. And I agree, C Prime is such a good kid. She's so good. She's just a little angel. I don't really remember much of what I was like as a kid. I loved school and I loved being around people, and Charlotte really thrives there too. And so I'm constantly going back and forth, like, do I send her to school? Do I take her home? Like, do I keep her home? Could I homeschool her if I really wanted to? Probably, if I was kind of forced to, but it would be so bad on everybody's mental health. And she really thrives in that situation. And I don't think that's wise. And now we've all had COVID. So it's like, I don't really even, I mean, I know we can get it again, but she's diligent. She wears her mask, she comes off of the bus wearing her mask. I see a lot of kids come off the bus holding their masks, but she doesn't do that. So she's a really good kid. She's a pleaser for sure. And tonight she finally realized that she can like rinse her dishes at the sink. We finally got an extra stool to put in the kitchen so she can stand up at the sink. And she came to me after she took her bath and she said, "Mama, I'm pretty sure I'm old enough to clean the whole kitchen." And I was like, "Whoa, really?" She was like, "Yeah." So, oh no, this wasn't before her bath. This wasn't after her bath. This was right before her bath. And she was like, "So after my bath, I'm going to clean the kitchen. I'm going to take a super fast bath so I can clean the kitchen." Well, Ander cleaned the kitchen yesterday, like spotless. So there really wasn't a lot to clean. And so she was kind of rinsing dishes that were already clean and stuff, but she was so excited about it. And I just thought that was great. So I'm trying to cultivate that. I'm trying to cultivate, I fed, I had 2 bottles for Auden because I had one that had been used once, and then I had one that had some leftover formula in it, and then I had one that had brand new formula in it. And so I had 2 bottles, and I needed to rinse one of those bottles. And so Charlotte was like, "I can do it." And I thought, I don't really trust you unless I'm literally standing right next to you, because if we don't do this right, baby girl will get sick. But since she cleaned the bottle out and drank all the formula, there's no point in putting it in the dishwasher. I can just rinse it with soapy water, shake up soapy water in it, and then, it's good to use again. So I stood there next to her and taught her how to do it. And she was so excited. And I was like, this is good. This is good. These are good habits. This is good. And for the most part, she's really, really helpful. But apparently today she did not want to put her clothes away, but she did. I was really proud of her. So, and then she wanted to watch some movie on Netflix called Vivo about, no, he's not a monkey. He's a kinkajou, which is more, not a primate. I think it's more from the raccoon family. Weird story. I've actually held a kinkajou before. I don't know where kinkajous come from, but we had a family in our old church congregation down in Austin that they own the Austin Aquarium, as well as like 5 other aquariums around the country. And so they were always bringing in random wackadoo animals, and sometimes they lived with them before they went to the aquarium, hence why Charlotte and I got to feed baby kangaroos, because they just had these baby joeys at their house for like a week before they sent them off. Why an aquarium needs kangaroos, I don't know, but they had a kinkajou. And so we had this big church, like a congregation activity. It was this big activity where we had this big dinner, and it was in the summertime. It was Pioneer Day. That's what it was. It was Pioneer Day. It was the 24th of July. So we had this big activity, and there was a dunk tank, and we dunked our bishop in the dunk tank, and it was great. We had a great time. And this family shows up, and their oldest daughter had this little kinkajou sitting on her shoulder. And the movie makes him out to look like a monkey, but kinkajous don't look like monkeys. I will find a picture and post it on Discord, because kinkajous are adorable. About this big, but it is kind of primate-ish, where it like wraps its tail around you. I mean, it was like all wrapped around my hand. But it's a movie that all the original music was done by Lin-Manuel Miranda, but I was not really impressed. I don't know. It came out in 2021 on Netflix, I guess. But she was all about it. She was so excited about it. She wanted us to watch it. I only caught parts of it, but Ander watched most of it and was like, "This is not for me." I'm not really down. But that's what she wanted to watch. So, but she told me tonight, if I get to Genova, then I need to come get her, as long as it's before lights out. But lights out is in like 40 minutes, and I still have to read a chapter of my book, so I don't think that's gonna happen. So I told her, if it's too late, you're just gonna have to watch it on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Why do aquariums need kangaroos? Just in case. Yeah, they always had wild, super crazy things. I think one of their aquariums, they had giraffes or something. So they were like aquariums, but they were also like, they were all almost like just animal menageries. But they had but most of it was, at least the one in Austin, most of it was was kind of focused on fish. And they had these big giant, they have these big giant open tanks everywhere, and you can buy food and you can feed the rays and you can feed the parrotfish and you can feed almost anything in there. And you buy these little brine shrimp, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They have lemurs, and they've got the lorikeets, all the little birds. Marissa, my old friend that used to stream, she and I took Charlotte one time, and we did the lorikeet cage, and you go inside, and the birds just, you know what? Those weren't the lorikeets. Those were budgies. I'm pretty sure those were budgies or parakeets or whatever. But there were so many of them, and you buy this little ramekin of seeds, and then they just come flock and like land on you, and then they start eating your seeds. But then they also start like picking at your shoes and start, apparently they're very, very clean birds, and so they like pick at everything. And so they started cleaning my shoes and like the hems of my jeans and Marissa's jeans and everything. It was great. It's a great place to take kids, and it's really nice to have an inn. I mean, I've never asked them for free tickets. I always pay to go, but we definitely got some inns as far as like kind of weird exotic animals go. Like Charlotte got to feed their tortoise in their backyard before they moved it over to the aquarium. And we got to hang out with the kangaroos, and I held a kinkajou, and I'd been over to their house multiple times where they had like different species of monkeys, different parrots, different types of snakes, all sorts of different things, where they just had like a random cage over off in the corner. And they had lots of kids too. Granted, their kids, you know, when you have that many kids, you have older kids and also little kids. But they had so many kids, and I just remember being like, I don't understand how you keep this all together. How do you have 8 children and also have a monkey in your house, or have 2 kangaroos in your backyard? I don't understand how you do that. I can't even handle my 2 children. She was a good friend of mine. I mean, she's still a friend of mine. We haven't talked in a really long time, but she used to come in and get her lashes done by me, and she's a lovely person. Austin Aquarium. I think it's called the Austin Aquarium still. Maybe they changed the name because it's not even just an aquarium. I don't know, but note to self, Vivo about the kinkajou is probably best just watched as children. It's definitely no Encanto, I'll say that. Okay. Well, let me take a sip of water. Why do aquariums need kangaroos? Just in case. Kangaroos get really large. They do not stay small for very long, and they don't stay small at all. They get very large and muscular. I think they get up to like 6 feet. Oh, am I crazy? I think those kangaroos went to live in the San Antonio aquarium. I think. They own multiple aquariums. But there's been some drama with the aquariums because her husband is the one who owns they both own it, but her husband was the one that was doing all of the stuff with the buying of all the fish and everything. And there was something that happened where he accidentally bought a black market shark or something. And there was a big mess that followed because he didn't know he'd bought a black market shark, but I guess when he found out he did, and when he found out what happened, he tried to cover it up instead of just coming clean and saying, hey, I didn't know about this. And so he actually went to prison for like 2 years when she was pregnant with their third youngest at this point. And that was a crazy year. Like, she had all these kids, and she was on bed rest because she was really sick with that pregnancy. So the whole church congregation had to come together and really, really help out. It was heartbreaking because I think that judge just had it out for him, honestly. I don't know why, but I think that judge just had it out for him. The story just didn't quite make sense. It was really sad. Okay, let's move on to chapter 4, where the plot thickens. Woo! And then we'll see if we make it to Genova tonight. I am not sure. I don't feel super great, so I don't think this stream is going to be quite as long as my regular streams are. I barely slept last night since I slept so much yesterday, but I never took a nap today either. So I'm hoping I've just kind of pushed through that exhaustion, and I'm hoping I'll sleep tonight because it was a bad situation. Okay. I wonder if I should be reading this on my Kindle instead of an actual book page. Should I turn down the music? I am going to turn down the music a little bit. Does that go up or down? I can't ever remember. This music's a little too chill for this chapter. Although you might be able to still hear it. Okay, chapter 4. If you are not caught up, all these chapters are on my YouTube channel. Cold peanut butter. Ooh, that is thick. Wow. They're at the beginning of my last few live streams. Okay, chapter 4. Amelia's body was on fire. Soren's lips, his hands, the way he smelled and tasted. He was intoxicating. He was everything Amelia dreamed he'd be, and she was certain that if he let her go, she'd float away. Soren cupped her face with a hand, causing sparks to ignite behind her closed eyelids. His other hand moved to the small of her back, pulling her closer to him, and she reached up to encircle her arms around his neck. "Amelia," he muttered in her ear, moving his lips to her throat. "Do you know how badly I want this?" Amelia began, but he covered her mouth with his own again. He was so strong, so powerful, she felt like she was suffocating. "Soren," she said finally, gasping for breath. "Soren, wait." In one fluid motion, Soren reached for the hem of his shirt and peeled it over his head. He wrapped an enormous arm around her waist, his body pressing her into the navigation unit, and one of his hands slid up the back of her blouse. "Don't be nervous," he crooned gently. "No one is around. We're completely alone. It's just you and me." Amelia's head was spinning. This was all happening too fast. "We should go," she said weakly as Soren kissed her neck again. Let's go." Soren chuckled. "You don't expect me to let you go after you've gotten me riled up, do you?" he asked. "You don't have to worry." "No, I think it's time to take me home," Amelia said, pushing against him, but his hand snatched her wrist. "Don't lie to me," he hissed suddenly. "I can read girls like you like a book." He tilted his head, examining her face. "You think I haven't noticed the way you look at me? You're just like all the other desperate girls at our school, and I know you want me." Amelia gaped at him, shocked by his animosity. "What I want is to go home," she said, tugging at her wrist. Soren smiled wickedly, licking his lips. He brushed his fingers against her cheek before she wrenched it away from him. "We go when I say we go." "Oh no, we go when I say so," he said. Panic rose in Amelia's chest. "Let me go," she said again, pushing against his bare chest with her other hand. "I said, let me go!" Soren began to laugh, his grip on her wrist making her hand go numb. And before she could stop herself, Amelia slapped him hard across the face. In an instant, Soren shoved her to the Seat floor. His breathing was heavy and ragged in her ear, and he pressed her face into the cold metal. "You'll pay for that one," he spat, pinning her with his body. "Who the hell do you think you are?" Amelia whimpered as Soren flipped her on her back, the crushing weight of his body making her cry out in pain. "Get off me!" she cried, writhing beneath him. "Stop!" But Soren grabbed a fistful of her blouse and pulled, almost tearing it in half. Amelia tried to scream, but it was cut short as Soren clamped a hand over her mouth. Tears welled in her eyes, and she blinked them furiously to keep her vision clear. That's when she saw them. 2 red rings around Soren's pupils. She thought of the little tin of mints, and her entire body went numb. "Don't make me hurt you," Soren growled, his wild face looming over her. "Just shut up, and I won't—" Amelia bit down hard on one of his fingers, causing him to yelp in pain. She screamed shrilly when he pulled his hand away, scrambling to her feet, but Soren grabbed her again. "Get your hands off me!" she cried fiercely as he snatched both her wrists. "My brothers will kill you if you do this!" Soren blinked, hesitating for a fraction of a second. It was all Amelia needed. Wiggling a hand free, she reached up and clawed viciously at his eyes. He let go of her, roaring angrily as he clutched his face with a bloodied hand. Amelia crawled away from him, her feet slipping as she scrambled upward, but she was knocked to the floor once more when Soren's knuckles collided suddenly with her mouth. Amelia saw stars. Never, in all her life of playing with her brothers, had she ever felt this kind of pain. Soren wiped his mouth, then stepped over Amelia, blocking her way to the door. "You won't get away with this," she slurred angrily, spitting blood onto the floor. She tried to stand again, but her head swam dizzyingly. "I won't let you. Everyone is going to know what you really are. You're disgusting, a pathetic coward." Soren's face contorted with rage, and he let out a yell as he lunged at her. She darted sideways, her head pounding, but he grabbed her and slammed her into the navigation screen. Quite suddenly, the Seat began to vibrate, and the two of them froze. Amelia came to her senses first. She had to get out of this thing, out of this station. The door, it was struggling to close, just like Lars said it might. If she could just reach it. She gasped when Soren's arms wrapped around her waist from behind. Letting out a muffled grunt of effort, she threw her elbow back into his face and heard his nose break with a sickening crack. This time, the screams echoing around the Seat were Soren's. Blood poured from his nose, splattering Amelia's ruined blouse and the floor around them. He stumbled, still yelling, and fell hard against the navigation unit. The Seat gave an almighty lurch, throwing Amelia into the wall. She looked up just in time to see the station walls disappear out the window and realized, with horror, that they were moving. Soren turned to face Amelia, his bare chest slick with blood. He glared at her, his eyes glittering maliciously, and she did the only thing she could think of to do. Planting her feet firmly on the Seat floor, Amelia charged at Soren. She collided with him, sending him tumbling out of the open doorway with a strangled yell. The door, as though waiting for Soren's exit, slid closed with a satisfying snap as Amelia staggered away from it. She swayed on the spot, her vision darkening, until finally, everything went black. Hey, it's Jordachi! The plot is thicker than dry molasses. I figured out what that sounds like. I'll tell you when I'm done. I don't know if that makes sense, but when I say your name like that, it reminds me of something, and I finally figured out what it was. Okay. The night was warmer than Lars expected, making him wish he'd left his jacket at home. He was relieved to be out of his room where his worries felt so stifling. The fresh air was invigorating, and his anxiety faded with every step he took toward the park. He wasn't giving Amelia enough credit. She was perfectly capable of taking care of herself thanks to her brothers. She'd see Soren for the superficial jerk he was and be home by the time Lars got back from performing his test run. He gazed up at the sky, at the glowing outline of Ixis, and a nervous excitement flooded through him. He was right about the Seat and the pulses. He knew it, and tonight he would finally be able to prove. Lars froze as he rounded the corner to the Cinnabar Park parking lot, staring at the only car parked there. It sat at the far end of the lot, silent and still, but there was no doubt it was Soren's. Lars stood for a moment, watching the car suspiciously, when a sudden scream pierced the darkness around him. He sprinted toward the car. "Amelia!" he cried, pounding on the windows. "Amelia!" The car was empty. Lars looked around frantically, but saw no one as his heart hammered in his chest. And then he heard it, the soft rumble of machinery he'd heard so many times before. His Seat was running. The slowest quicksand. Lars ran. His feet slammed hard into the grass, and when he rounded the last corner of the park, he felt his mouth go dry. The station was ablaze with light, casting everything around it into shadow. Two figures, their outlines blurry through the grimy station windows, struggled with one another inside the Seat. "Amelia!" he cried, hearing distant shouts as he sprinted toward the station. Amelia! But the Seat was rising, and when a body suddenly came tumbling from its doorway, Lars stumbled to the ground in shock. He clambered to his feet, his insides filled with dread. Was Amelia dead? Would a fall from that height kill her? Breathing hard, Lars hurried to where the body had fallen just beyond the station, then staggered backward when he realized who it was. Soren was barely recognizable under the thick, dark blood oozing down his neck. He was completely unconscious, and he'd only missed the station's cement wall by a few inches. Lars gaped at him in horror, then fell to his knees as he looked helplessly into the sky. The Seat was gone. The silence of the park was deafening, pressing in on Lars from all sides. The only thing he heard was the sound of Soren's breathing. He stared down at Soren, his adrenaline turning to worry. What had he done to Amelia? Why had she screamed? And Lars felt a stab of fury. Why had they been here in the first place? For a moment, Lars was tempted to kick Soren where he lay, peacefully in the grass. He'd hurt Amelia, Lars was certain of it. Instead, he turned to leave. Let someone else find him, he thought bitterly, glancing at Soren over his shoulder. Let him suffer. But Lars stopped when his eyes fell on the empty station, and he was suddenly reminded of what Amelia said the night he'd brought her here. This is private and government property, she'd warned. You're gonna be in so much trouble if they find out what you've been doing. Panic scratched at Lars' ribs as he looked again at Soren. He couldn't let anyone find him here. He had to get him out of this park, and fast. Hey, it's Larry! Soren, Lars called, nudging him with a foot. Soren, can you hear me? Soren didn't move, so Lars nudged him harder. Still, there was no response. Lars muttered angrily as he reached down to grab Soren's shoulders. He tried desperately to drag him to his car, but his legs shook too violently, so he allowed Soren to fall back to the ground. A faint moan gurgled from between Soren's lips, and Lars crouched down beside him. Soren? He asked again. Soren, can you hear me? Soren's eyes flickered open before rolling back into his head. Then he turned on his side and vomited all over the grass. Disgusted, Lars jumped backward, forcing himself not to run. What did you do to her? He bellowed, glaring at Soren. Why did you come here? Why were you in that station? Soren rolled onto his back and closed his eyes, reaching a shaking hand up to his face. What? He asked stupidly. Amelia, Lars demanded. What did you do? And why did you come here? Tell me what happened. Soren acted as though he couldn't hear Lars. He coughed again, and Lars grabbed him by the arm and tried to pull him to his feet. Come on, he growled. We have to get you to a... Soren let out a strangled yell, and Lars dropped him instantly. What's wrong with me? He cried, his words slurring together. What happened to me? He blinked up at Lars, looking terribly frightened, then reached up and grabbed Lars' shirt. My head, he muttered. What happened to me? Lars stared at him. Could he really not remember? Tugging Soren to his feet, Lars steadied him as he swayed dangerously. He had to get him to a hospital. I don't know what happened, he said truthfully as they tottered to Soren's car. But you're hurt, and we have to get you medical help. My head, Soren muttered. Soren slurred, almost retching again. Something is wrong with my head. He continued to mumble incoherently, his eyes rolling in his head until the two of them finally reached his car. Lars pressed Soren's fingers to the car door, hearing the locks spring open before unceremoniously dumping him into the passenger seat. Then, upon realizing he didn't need Soren dying in a car wreck, Lars reached inside and tried to buckle his seatbelt. What happened to me? Soren asked again, reclining his seat until he was lying down. Why was I don't know, Lars said through gritted teeth. He glared at Soren's wide, frightened eyes, then faltered at what he saw there. Gasping, he stumbled back from the car. Soren shifted in his seat, a small mint tin falling from his pocket. It exploded when it hit the pavement, spilling tiny blue pills everywhere. "What did you do to her?" Lars shouted, staring in horror at the pills. "What did you do?" Soren coughed again, then leaned out the door and covered the pills in a fresh wave of vomit. Lars ran both hands through his hair. He wanted to leave Soren. He should drag him from the car and leave him to spend the night lying here in agony until someone else found him. But again, Lars glanced at the empty Seat station, his stomach twisting itself into knots. Cursing under his breath, he stormed over to the driver's side door. Lars hated hospitals. He had since he was a child. It didn't matter that the hallways and rooms were pristine and perfect, or that the staff was friendly. The fact was that in this very building, someone was about to take their last breath, and that made Lars' skin crawl. "Do you know this boy?" a plump nurse asked, raising an eyebrow as Lars and Soren drifted in as Soren drifted in and out of consciousness. He lay on the hospital bed between them, still covered in blood. "Do you know what happened?" Lars swallowed hard. Malcolm Grayson Hospital was a 30-minute drive from Cinnabar Park, and Lars hadn't spared one moment to come up with a believable story. Amelia was gone. His Seat was gone. And Soren had done something terrible to Amelia because he was maxed on shift. "I go to school with him," he said, refusing to look the nurse in the eye. "His name is Soren Dumar. I don't know what happened to him. I found him in a park, and I think he was attacked by someone." It was a terrible story, and the nurse knew it. "I see," she said, pursing her lips and lifting Soren's eyelids. She shined a small light in them, then paused. "I think he's maxed on something," Lars offered, shuffling his feet. "You know, I think he's on—" "I am aware of what the term maxed means, young man," the nurse said sharply, and Lars fell silent at once. "We'll contact his family immediately," she continued, clucking her tongue disapprovingly and peering at Lars out of the corner of her eye. "He certainly is lucky to have a friend like you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and call the doctor. I'll be right back." Lars glared at Soren, whose head lolled to one side, and he was seized with a sudden desire to throw him down off of the bed. "I wish you would have died from that fall," he hissed in Soren's ear. He turned, and without a backward glance, he stalked from the room. Penny woke with a start at the sound of a slamming door, the bright television screen momentarily blinding her in the darkness of the living room. She sat up, rubbing her eyes, then turned to find her mother slumped against the wall. "Penny!" she cried happily, giggling like a child. "Penny, I brought you something!" She said each word deliberately and carefully, trying desperately to prove she wasn't actually drunk. Penny scowled at her, then glanced at the television screen. "It's late," she said, readjusting her blanket. "You should really go to bed." "But I have a surprise for you," her mother said, her voice quivering with excitement. "Look!" Penny snorted. If her mother wanted to give her a surprise, perhaps she should come home sober one of these days. That would be a surprise. "What is it?" Penny asked, peering over the back of the couch at the small black box in the palm of her mother's hand. Her mother grinned toothily at her, tapping the box with a finger. "In here," she whispered. In the flickering light of the television, Penny caught a fleeting glimpse of the woman her mother had once been, back when she'd been the mother to Penny, instead of the other way around. Before Penny's father and brother were killed in that terrible car accident, her mother was a vibrant woman. She was always full of laughter and light. Penny sighed, sliding from the couch to join her mother at the door. At least her mother was here. Intoxicated, yes, but still relatively whole. "There isn't anything in here," she said when she opened the box. "It's empty." Her mother frowned, then took the box from Penny's hand. "There's a necklace in there," she said, feeling around inside it. "For—" "The necklace you're wearing?" Penny asked, pointing to her mother's neck. Her mother smiled, then giggled again. "Oh," she said, "that's right. Victor gave that to me." She placed a hand on the delicate chain around her throat. "Or was it Ethan?" Penny stood, rolling her eyes before making her way back to the couch. "Penny!" her mother cried suddenly. "I have too many shoes. Too many." She began to snore lightly, her head against the wall, and Penny seriously considered leaving her. It wouldn't be the first time her mother fell asleep at the door. "Come on, Mom," she said, shaking her mother gently, but she stopped when she heard her phone ring on the coffee table. "Finally," she muttered, leaving her mother by the door. Penny had been waiting for Amelia to call when she'd fallen asleep. Except it wasn't Amelia. It was her mother. "Penny?" Robin asked anxiously. "Penny, I'm so sorry to call you so late, but I wondered if you'd heard from Amelia. Is she there with you?" Penny blinked at her phone. "Amelia? Here?" she asked. "No, I haven't heard from her since I did her hair and makeup. Is everything all right?" A silence at the other end of the line made the hairs on Penny's neck stand up. She heard Robin mutter something under her breath, then clear her throat. "The thing is," she said quietly, clearly trying to stay calm, "Amelia hasn't come home yet. We don't know where she is, and she isn't answering her phone." Penny's insides turned ice, and she barely heard her mother mumble to herself as she slowly crawled down the hall. "She never came home?" Penny asked, slowly sitting down on the couch. That wasn't like Amelia at all. "I'm afraid not," Robin said. "Do you have Soren's number by chance? I'd like to try and reach him." "No," Penny said. "I don't. Her voice trailed away. She couldn't think of anything to say. "Well, if she contacts you, will you please have her call me?" Robin pleaded. "I'm sure she's fine, but Of course," Penny said firmly. Robin was right. Amelia was fine. Why wouldn't she be? "Of course, I'll let you know." "Thank you, Penny," Robin said. "And you'll call me, won't you?" Penny blurted. "When she comes home? Because she will come home. I'm sure she will." Another silence. "Absolutely," said Robin. The plot thickens. Okay, so this is what I think of whenever I say Jordachi's name like that. In Big Hero 6. Have you guys seen Big Hero 6? Jordachi, have you seen Big Hero 6? Because when Tadashi takes Hiro to his nerd lab... Oh, there's an ad. Sorry, everybody. Oh, I finished that chapter just in time. Way to go, Sylph. I should have started the ad before the chapter. That makes sense. He's introducing everybody, or he's introducing Hiro to everybody. And when Honey Lemon comes in, rolling that giant ball of tungsten carbide, I think they call it, or whatever, she like rolls over the back of it and she goes, "Tadashi!" And that's what I think every time I say, "Jordachi! Hey, it's Jordachi!" Oh, I've seen it. Well, that's good, because it's literally one of the best Disney movies ever. The King of Potato People gives of himself so that may be blessed with this potato chip bookmark with which to mark your progress. Potato chip bookmark. That would get my pages all greasy. I have like 4 copies of my book, actually. I mean, I have 4 copies. I have 4 paperback copies, and then I have the digital copy. And then I also have like the manuscript, which I haven't looked at in a really long time. Although, you know what? As I've been reading, I saw one mistake. I saw one typo. For some reason, in my editing software, or my writing software, my quotation marks come out backwards sometimes. It's really weird. I don't know, but I came across one. I didn't think it did that in the whole first manuscript. I've only noticed it as I've been writing my second one, but I just noticed one. It was a couple chapters ago. I'll have to go back and look at it. But yeah, every time Jordachi shows up and I go, "Hey, it's Jordachi!" I've always like been like, "That reminds me of something. What does that remind me of?" It's Honey Lemon. That movie's great. We watched it the other day because baby girl was cranky and not feeling well, and I just needed something on the TV. And I usually don't have the TV on just for background, just because I just don't. But I put on Big Hero 6, hadn't seen it in a while. It's one of my personal favorite Disney movies. I think it's probably my favorite 3D Disney movie that is not Pixar, if that makes sense. And then the next day we watched Coco, which is absolutely fantastic. See, I use Scrivener too. And it's great. It never gave me any problems, but for some reason during the second like I copied and pasted I copied a chapter or like I don't know, 2 paragraphs or whatever of my old manuscript. And then I pasted and matched the style. So I didn't have to figure out like what my font was anymore or how big my indents were or my margins or anything like that. And now all my quotation marks, not all of them, but some of them, if I do like what are those called? They're like 2 hyphens together. It's like a longer hyphen that you put at the end of a sentence that gets cut off. Shoot, I knew what that was called, and now I can't think of what it's called. M dash. It happens at the end of an M dash. It's really weird. Even if it's in a quotation, it thinks it's starting a new sentence with a new quotation mark. And it's the weirdest thing because I did not ever have that problem when I was writing with my first manuscript. It's really bizarre. And it's one of those weird, odd things that I don't feel like I can Google. I feel like I've tried to Google it and it's weird. I can't be like, my quotation marks are backwards in Scrivener. Why is this happening? That just doesn't, I don't think I found anything when I Googled that because it's a weird thing. Other than that, I like it. And I actually really like it better on a Mac than I did on a PC. Because on the Mac, it gives you the opportunity to do margins. To choose different sizes for the gutter margins. So like on the PC, it was just the same margin either way. But on the Mac, it gives you like different margin sizes for in here. So your manuscript looks centered on each page. So it will put one page is slightly to the left because it comes out of the gutter, and then the other page is slightly to the right because it comes out of the gutter. And that wasn't the case in the PC version I had anyway. Maybe they've added that. I'm not really sure, but I like Scrivener a lot, but for some reason I have to like copy and paste a quotation mark so it's facing the right direction. And I noticed one in here. Only one though. So apparently it happened then too, but now I'm slightly concerned. I should probably double check my manuscript. The soundtrack choice for Big Hero was great. Everything about Big Hero was great. And I do agree with you. The soundtrack is fantastic. And they're coming out with a short, for a short TV show that's all about Baymax this summer on Disney Plus. And I am totally here for that because Baymax is great. He is fantastic. Okay, so I think my goal for tonight is to reach Genova at least. I don't feel super great, so I don't know. We'll see how long I can stream for. I think I should really only stream for 1 more hour. I usually push past that when I feel fine, but I haven't slept very well and I didn't sleep hardly at all last night. Never took a nap today. Not feeling super great still, so we'll see how far I get. I've written everything on it for the past 5 years now. I think the margins and the other formatting options it gives while writing and in post makes it 100% worth it for the price. Oh, and you got it half off. Nice. I don't remember what I paid for it, but I do think it was totally worth it. Absolutely. And anytime I have people, like I come across people on Reddit, that are asking for like, what kind of software do you use? I'm always like, dude, it's all about Scrivener, man. No. Okay. Okay. What are we doing now? Going to the elevators. Yes. Move it. Move it or lose it. Can I? Okay. What did they say? 66th floor? Hey, what is it? Would you press up, please? Turks! Must be a trap. This must have been a real thrill for you. Did you enjoy it? Ugh. Dude, I don't know how they thought they weren't gonna get caught. Like, legitimately. I don't know how they thought that. They got you too? Well, of course they did. Where is Aerith? In a safe place. She's the last surviving ancient. Don't you know? They called themselves the Cetra and lived thousands of years ago. Cetra? Yes? I think. Now they are just a forgotten page in history. Cetra. That girl is a survivor of the Cetra? Cetra, or the Ancients, will show us the way to the Promised Land. I'm expecting a lot out of her. The Promised Land? Isn't that just a legend? Even so, it's far too appealing not to pursue. It's been said the Promised Land is very fertile. Yes. If the land is fertile, then there's gotta be Mako! Exactly. That is why our money-making... Question, Michael, have you played this before? I was just thinking about that the other day. Have you ever played this game? That is why our money-making Mako reactor is necessary. The abundant Mako will flow out on its own. That is where Neo Midgar will be built. Shinra's new glory. Cuss this, cuss that, quit dreaming! Oh, really? Don't you know? These days, all it takes for your dreams to come true is money and power. Well, that is all for our meeting. Come on, out of his way. Oh, rude. Hold it! I got a lot to say to you. Bye. Oh, President. If there's anything else, talk to my secretary. It looks like it's pitch black outside. I love this music. Psst, can we get out? Leave it to me. Cloud, you're so brave. Yes. I wonder how Barrett's doing. Hey! Aerith is an ancient, and the real name of the ancients is Cetra. The ancients know where the Promised Land is, and the Shinra is searching for that Promised Land. I only heard stories about the Promised Land. I don't know if it really exists. Is that right? The Shinra believe that the Promised Land is full of Mako energy, which means if the Shinra get there, they'll suck up all the Mako energy, and the land will wither away. The planet's gonna get weaker. I can't just leave them be. I'm recruiting new members. Me, Tifa, Cloud, and Aerith too. How about you? Just go. You're so boring. I love that Barrett is just Mr. T to everyone. No one ever thought him as acting like anyone else. No, you're right. And he is by far the best remade character, in my opinion. His voice acting, his character design, everything, like the way they did it and everything, he's fantastic. He's so great. Grandpa. Ah, yes. Grandpa. Grandpa. What's so funny? Nothing. Grandpa. Cloud, are you there? Aerith, you safe? Yeah, I'm all right. How would he have been to any other than Mr. T? Fool! I mean, it's true. Maybe that's who they based him off of. I don't know. I knew that Cloud would come for me. Hey, I'm your bodyguard, right? The deal was for one date, right? Oh, I get it. Tifa? Tifa, you're there too? Excuse me, princess. Well, excuse me, princess. You know, Aerith, I have a question. What? Does the Promised Land really exist? I don't know. All I know is the Cetra were born from the planet, speak with the planet, and unlock the planet. And then the Cetra will return to the promised land, a land that promises supreme happiness. What does that mean? More than words. I don't know. Oh, I pity the fool that doesn't update their stream. Thank you. I always forget that. Why? Why do I do that? Why do I forget? I actually should probably go double check on C Prime. Because it's lights out. Oh, I did not spell that right. Wow, I can type. Things are hard. No? Ah, pity the fool doesn't update their stream. Man, I always forget. That better? Oh yeah. Okay, give me 2 seconds and listen to this lovely nostalgic music. I'm gonna go check on C Prime and make sure she turns her lights out. I'll tell her I have not made it to Genova yet. Although we're close, but it's lights out. Okay, C Prime wants to say, look, he says, I pity the tiny fool that doesn't go to bed on time. It's lights out. She wanted to say goodnight to everybody.
Night, everybody.
We're going to be streaming together soon, one of these days. I promise, okay?
How many toes does a fish have? How many wings on a cow? I wonder, yeah, but wonder. Have you made it past the Hell House yet?
I did fight one, yes, but it's different than it is in the remake. It's just a regular bad guy that you just come across. They did like a totally different thing. Because that was like forever ago. That wasn't tonight. Okay, I turned your lamp off. It's time for you to go to bed. Okay, lights out. They say goodnight. Good night, tiny human. My day was okay, I guess. I still don't. Charlotte, what do you need, babe? What? Yes. The tiger killed his parents. Yep. Okay, I love you. Tonight. Yesterday was the worst. I felt super crappy yesterday. I felt like I had morning sickness all day. I don't have morning sickness. Not pregnant. Nope. But I felt that way. I was having like flashbacks and it was really bad. Today I'm feeling better, but I'm still not 100%, which is probably why my stream won't be quite as long. Many productive things done today. That is good. That was Ander yesterday. Ander woke up feeling a lot better yesterday, finally, thankfully, because I felt so crappy yesterday, and he was, like, he took care of everything. Like, ghost pregnancy? Ugh. Well, I've already miscarried once. Please bless that doesn't ever happen again. Speak with the planet? Just what does the planet say? It's full of people and noisy. That's why I can't make out what they're saying. You hear it now? I only heard it at the church in the slums. Mother said that Midgar was no longer safe. That is my real mother. Someday, I'll get out of Midgar, speak with the planet, and find my promised land. That's what Mom said. I thought I would stop hearing her voice as I grew up, but... All right, so how do we blow this popsicle stand? Okay, let's just get some sleep. Got it. I wake up thinking I'm pregnant all the time. It's a worry. You better worry. Occasionally I give birth to a good baby. Oh gosh. Something's wrong. Food. Oh, my door's open. Would you look at that? Hey girl, hey. What? Oh, I can't speed this up. Okay. The door's open. When did it open? Diva? Nope. Oh, that's right. He did. What's happened? A stroke of luck, Cloud. Count your blessings. Kind of, I guess. No, I don't know. Would you rather be stuck in Shinra's care? Not care. Clutches? With Genova, like, behind closed... I don't know. Can you even keep Genova away from things? Diva, wake up. What's wrong? Something's wrong. Look outside. You couldn't have just said, the guard's dead. Oh, a food baby. I get it. I got you now. Good baby. I have a good baby. Auden is a really good baby for the most part. She woke up a little early from her morning nap this morning, and boy, was she cranky for the like mid part of the day. Wow. I wonder what happened. He should have the key on him. Come on, Tifa. Get Aerith. I'll go help Barrett and the others. Was there just one key? 2 keys? 3 keys? Although I guess that makes sense. Come with me. Something's wrong. How'd you get in? Why is the door open? I got stuck. What's going on? No human could have done this. I'll go on ahead. Oh, thanks, Red. I got many podcasts this accomplished today. Oh, things! I shoveled the sidewalk, ran some errands, and made the funny I shoved into the Discord for your amusement. Autocorrect is fired. I'll clean up back here, so you guys go ahead. And don't get caught by Shinra. Wait a minute. When you fight Genova, do you not fight with Barrett? I mean, okay. No. No. Thank you. I walked into that one. Wait a minute. Oh. What, the teapot? Oh, it's a clock. No, it's a teapot. Oh, what it is. Stop. Oh, okay. Well, I will do healing wind on... nope, not yet. Not yet. Wow, okay. Oh, what the heck are you? Okay, now I will do healing wind. I do not remember this. I thought you got to fight Genova with your, like, I thought I could fight them with my regular party, but maybe I am wrong. That is bad situation. Ha. Oh, man, I don't have any good materia on either of those two. Oh, well, that was... I also had an insane Metroid fever dream. Double feature last night while I slept. Wow. No, it's a teapot. I rarely ever remember my dreams. Very rarely. Very, very rarely. Oh! Oh, man. Okay, hold on. I gotta get materia up in this... Oh, yeah. They freaking took all my stuff from Barrett. Shoot, I wish I could remember if I get red 13. Do I not even get red 13 either? This is Auden's new face. She goes, It's really cute. And I managed to remember all of it and get it written down so I can put it to work later. Excellent. See, I never remember my dreams. Ever. All fire. Ice. Restore. Hold on. Does Cloud have restore to everybody? Yes. I guess I will give lightning and poison to the more magical person. I think. Nope. You only get green 7, which is the same thing they use in Mountain Dew. Don't they have like 0 sugars of pretty much everything now? Mountain Dew, Coke, Dr. Pepper, Genova specimen. Looks like it went to the upper floor using that elevator for the specimens. Yes, it does. It does look like that, doesn't it? And that guy's remarkably clean for being mutilated. Speaking of mutilated, I guess this isn't really speaking of mutilated. That's a weird segue. My brother saw the movie Lamb today and said it was mind-boggling, if any of you have heard of that movie. My brother's actually on a cruise ship right now. One of those like $700 million cruise ships. He's playing shows on that giant behemoth out in the water. That sounds terrible to me. I could never in a million years. I get motion sick. Too bad. No, I have not made this game sucks yet. Teapots. Okay, well at least everybody has magic now. So that's cool. Heh. Piazzo shower. Whatever the fruit that is. Well, it hurt. Refuse. No, it isn't a teapot. What is it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Ice is good. It's called a brain pod. Okay. Cool. In Ghana. Oh, wow. 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 Ice again. It's a kid with a sheep's head. Yes. Apparently. My brother said it was whacked. But that's right up my brother's alley. He loves stuff like that. He loves weird, bizarre things. Oh! Get him! Get him! Yes. Oh, no. Man. No! Ah! No, he's gonna kill her! Oh, shoot. Oh, nope, that wasn't so bad. I mean, it was bad. She's bad. She's dying, but... Yes! Okay, as long as I can make it through. I saw ads for the movie Lamb forever ago, but it didn't show... I mean, obviously it didn't give that away. I was like, okay, that looks weird. Some weird, twisted version of Mary Had a Little Lamb, maybe? Kind of. So I don't get red 13 either? What? I hate that. I hate that so much. Oh, wow. It, like, really dragged itself through. Oh! Save point. Wow! I don't get either of my 2 awesome people. That is just great. I was watching someone play The End of Dread today and made a joke about the giant murder beam, and someone said that sounds like a personal problem. So I said, if you have a giant murder beam, talk with your doctor and find out if Metroid DNA is right for you. Talk to your doctor today and find out if Metroid DNA is right for you. Another teapot? No. Okay, these guys are... these guys are guys. Vargid police. Fire? Ice? Fire, both of you? Vargid police? What? Okay. Oh. Sorry, girl. I like the way they did Aerith better in the remake because she is long distance with her staff. That is much more better.
Let's just hug. Hug it out.
Hug it out. I still need to set up Leorin board. I just watched a couple snippets today of Leorin board working for YouTube. But I just haven't had time. I haven't felt well enough or been able to take the time. Oh, there they are. He's dead. The head of Shinra is dead. Wait a minute. You don't fight Genova yet. Oh my gosh, I thought you did, but you don't. Then this sword must be Sephiroth's. Sephiroth is alive? Looks like it. Only Sephiroth can use that sword. And he left it? Makes perfect sense. Who cares who did it? This is the end of Shinra! Please don't kill me! What happened? Sephiroth came. Did you see him? Did you see Sephiroth? Yeah, I saw him with my own eyes. You really saw him? Would I lie at a time like this? I heard his voice too. He said something about not letting us have the promised land. Then, does that mean the promised land really does exist and that Sephiroth's here to save it from Shinra? So, he's a good guy then? Save the promised land? A good guy? No way! Does that mean we get to eat Genova salami? It's not that simple. I know him. Sephiroth's mission is different. I flee. There he goes. Rufus. Cuss. I forgot about him. Who's that? Vice President Rufus, the president's son.
Get to the chopper!
I only know his name. I heard that he'd been assigned somewhere else for a long time. I've heard that no one's ever seen him bleed or cry. It's a legend. I wonder what sort of person he is. Tifa, darling. Really? Do you really? Hold on. Hold the phone. Now, I'm fighting Rufus alone. Right? Yes. Oh, shoot. Wait. Did they give you an opportunity to, like, fix all your business before you fight Rufus by yourself? Because that would be stupendous. Freaking Palmer's little dumb face. So Sephiroth was actually here. By the way, just who are you? I'm Cloud, ex-soldier, first class. I'm from Avalanche. Me too. A flower girl from the slums. A research specimen. What a crew. I love how he brushes his hair out of his face. Well, I'm Rufus, the president of Shinra Inc. You're only president because your old man died. Correct. I'll let you hear my inauguration speech. Oh, shoot, that's not what I meant to do. Father tried to control the world with money, and that worked for him. The people believed that Shinra would protect them. Work at Shinra, get your pay. If terrorists attack, the Shinra army will help you. It looked perfect on the outside. But I do things differently. I'll control the world with fear. It's too much to do it like my old man. A little fear will control the minds of the common people. There's no reason to waste good money on them. He likes to make speeches just like his father. Get Aerith out of the building. What? I'll explain later, Barrett. This is a real crisis for the planet. What's that supposed to mean? I'll explain later. Gosh, freaking idiot. Just take my word for now. I'll go after I take care of him. All right, Cloud. Are they not gonna give me Cloud? I just thought of something. I'll wait for Cloud. Everyone get to the elevator. So I mean, it's gonna get pretty ugly from here on. We should check on our equipment. I'll say. I'm gonna say, oh, let me know. Oh, I remembered something. I'm gonna remove all her. Yes. Okay. How do you, no. How do you, like, shoot. How do you, organize them all? There was actually a spiritual successor to the Neverhood. Oh my gosh, really? By the same people that came out a few years back. It was called Armicrog? I'm writing that down. I have never heard of it. Never, ever, ever. Huh. I feel like I just look like a floating face. I don't understand how do you... No, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Restore all. Lightning. And... No. Oh! What does she have? All fire. No. Lightning. Fire. You are the good magic thing. Character. I keep wanting to call him a person. Okay. You have... Wait. No. Yes. Okay. I want you to have sense and restore and ice and fire and anything else. I swear there's a way to like organize your materia, but I can't remember how to do that. What was it for? So wait, it was just released a few years back from now? So like it's relatively new? I hope I'm doing this right. I semi-remember this boss. And I'm pretty sure poison is not gonna help me. Oh, wow. What console was it on? Or was it computer? Was it only PC? All lightning. Okay. Sense. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes. Wii U. Oh, and PS4. And PC. I have legit never heard of it. Oh, okay. Can't go save my game. Cool. What the heck, man? Where do I go? Oh, to the elevators. Oh, this isn't even really a boss. Kind of is, kind of. Okay. I'm gonna do fire. Bolt. Fire. Bolt. Bolt. It's all happening so fast. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh, what just happened? Oh gosh. Oh no! Ah! my gosh. Okay, I have to slow this down. It's all happening too fast. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow, that that totally rocked my world. Okay. Wow, that was terrible. That was a horrible move on my part. Okay, no. There we go. Oh, man, no. We'll see if I can actually come back from this. It's gonna kill him again! Oh, no. Okay. Kill myself. Wow. This was so bad. I totally underestimated this boss. This baddie. Wow. That happened so freaking fast. Wait, does Barrett have cure too? Yes, he does. So I need... Okay, and then Barrett will cure her. Yes. Wait, did I click the right person? He totally did it on himself, didn't he? I hate my life. Gee, dang it! He's gonna kill her again. Yep. Barrett. Okay, Barrett, cure. Barrett. No, he's gonna kill her again! Oh my gosh. Cure, everybody. All I can do is cure. This is so bad. Okay, I think I managed. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Wow. Jeez. Cheese and crackers. I can't do, but I can cure Barrett. Oh man, that hurts all of us. I hate that. I hate that so much. Yes, that is what I need. Aerith, thank you. Well, this doesn't have boss music, but my word. I see. That was helpful. Wow. Okay, note to self, do not speed up bosses. Okay, Ice did not do that much. Wow. Phoenix in a van down by the river. Yeah, Phoenix down. Sensor cannon charging. What does that even mean? Ah! Oh my gosh, get it! That did nothing. Oh no, we gonna die. Praise Kalulu! Oh my gosh. Oh, what? No! Crap. Oh, shoot. Well, that is just fantastic. Boo! I hate that I can't utilize Red 13's limit. It makes me sad. I better cure Aerith because she's having a hard time. Oh, great. Where is everyone? You know, my Tuesday night streams are actually the least attended. Not really sure why, but it's the only night I can add an extra stream to my week, though, so... Breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, well, Aerith missed that somehow, weirdly. Wow, this fight. I don't know why everyone uses Phoenix Downs all the time when Phoenix Left is way better. Well, see, it makes me laugh because not until the remake did I realize what a Phoenix Down is. It's down, like feathers from a phoenix. It is one thing, Phoenix Down. I did not realize that before I played the remake, because when you get a Phoenix Down, or when you get Phoenix Down in the remake, they say you got a tuft of Phoenix Down. And that never occurred to me until I played through the remake, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh no. Cure myself. But I mean, they number it, you know, Phoenix Down, and they number it as 1 Phoenix Down. Oh. Oh, what did you say about Jane Austen? Quick, no time to explain. I need to know your second favorite Jane Austen novel. I actually have never read Jane Austen. And that is probably a terrible situation. But did Jane Austen write Pride and Prejudice? That's probably a horrible thing to even ask, but I could not, okay, why? I could not get into her writing. I just couldn't. It just was not for me. I couldn't understand anything that was happening. So, my second favorite? Oh. Phoenix Down Syndrome receives a character, except when they come back, they're missing a chromosome. Oh. I'm equipping... What? Oh, no. No. Materia. Okay. How do I... No. Oh, I just took a picture. Sorry. Oh, I just went home. Okay, wait. How do you... Isn't there a way to organize your materia? I swear. That was the correct answer? Yeah, I couldn't follow along. And I know everybody freaking loves Jane Austen, and I know it's a huge, like, I know that's like book lovers, all book lovers everywhere, but I couldn't do it. Okay. Which lightning has 601, 486. Okay, that's the one I want then. I can't remember what his weakness is. I can't recall. I don't think poison works on him. Fire. Ice. Seriously, there's a way to like organize all your materia, and I cannot remember what it is. No, it's not that. No. I don't remember what it is. Is it in this screen? It's got to be in this screen. I don't remember. Okay, here goes nothing. Why do you want to fight me? You want the Promised Land and Sephiroth. That's right. There was actually a one-handed RPG controller for the PS1, and someone needs to make a new version of it for current consoles because it was awesome. A one-handed controller? Really? Did you know Sephiroth is an ancient? Whatever. I can't let either you or Sephiroth have the Promised Land. I see. I guess we won't be allies. Son of a half-troll, that's right. Wait, did he just cast a barrier on me? I swear. That was pretty great. Or did he just cast a barrier on... I'm confused. Well, that was cool. Why is his dog frozen? Fire? Dark Nation. Ah! Ha, 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 ha. Man, this fight in the remake is brutal. Holy cow, they made it really brutal. Let's see what you are weak to, buddy. Fire? Ice? Lightning? 9 to 9. His coat. Wow, his coat. I remember seeing someone like this as early as the NES days. I seem to kind of recall that. That's how you keep dog meat from going bad. Oh, but he has a barrier. Dang it. For a second, it looked like the dog had cast a barrier on me. And I was like, wow, all sorts of crazy things are happening. Because this is the first playthrough I've ever had where I actually managed to sneak up on a boss. Oh, that was about the same. Wow, he is so much more brutal in the remake. Wow. Bolt. We had a 99. We had a 94. We had an 86. Okay, so he doesn't have a weakness. Just magic in general. I like Palmer, like, hovering around in the back. Is that Palmer? I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my limit break on you over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You keep hitting me. Weakness. That's all for today. Oh yeah, with these ones, you don't actually ever kill them. They're just kind of like, all right, I've had enough of you, I'm out. Woo! But any chance I get to listen to this music is a good chance. Back this way. Oh, whoop, that, okay. Do I get to save? Yes. Oh, son of a what? Crap! By myself? Oh, I don't have any alls. Dang it. I could run. At least their poison can't get me. Boo! Boo! I love listening to video game music. Although I do feel like I like to hold off on listening to video game music because I feel like it makes it more nostalgic the next time I listen to it while I'm actually playing the game, if that makes sense. I don't know, that's a weird quirk of mine. Well, this isn't so bad. All their hits miss me. Oh, the flying battery zone is great. I do like all the Sonic songs. I have an instrumental Sonic medley from the awesome volume of video game music Mix 2 or something like that. It's great. It goes through a bunch of, but I don't think it has that one on there. I can't remember what these guys are weak to, but their moves take forever. Yeah, it's not working. Oh, the battery flying zone. I was thinking of the chemical plant zone. Chemical plant zone gave me a lot of anxiety because that was where you fall into the water, right? And it goes and it gets faster and faster and faster because you have to get out of the water or else you'll die within like 10 seconds or something. Oh my gosh. That was like my first ever experience with real anxiety while playing a game. At least that's the one I remember the most. Wow, I am missing everything, and it is great. Please do. I like the carnival. Da-na, 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 bum, ba-na, bum. Whatever this is. Oh, yeah. Oh! Oh, what? Oh, I thought he was gone. He is not. I don't remember seeing those guys in the remake. He looks like he belongs in the caves of G, or C, or whatever that is. over in Cosmo Canyon. Yay! Cloud by himself. Google says in the materia menu, select arrange. Oh, so it's not a button. Got it. Okay, let me save so I don't get myself like somehow randomly killed and have to do all of that again. In the materia menu. Oh, there it is. Bless you. Thank you. I was like, I know it's here somewhere, but I thought it was a button. I was wrong. Where's Rufus? I couldn't finish him. This is gonna get complicated. You're telling me. Oh, remember this part. We're surrounded! If I was alone, this wouldn't be a thing, but I got a reputation to protect. You all get out while you can. It's not you they're after, it's me. Yeah, well, that ain't happening. You got caught up in this over Marlene. Now it's my turn to help you. Okay, playtime's over. Thank you, Mr. Barrett. Who you calling Mr. Barrett? That don't sound right. Mr. Barrett is my father. Well then, if you are through talking, may I suggest that we think of a way to get out of here? Huh? Oh yeah. You're cold, man. Just like someone else around here I know. Did you say something? Not a thing. So what are we gonna do? Barrett! Ah, yes. I remember this being one of my favorite scenes. Tifa, where's Cloud? Everyone over here! What's up? Where's Cloud? He's coming! Hurry! Hurry! Yeah, this scene is great. Look at those arms. Where they found a bike? Who the heck knows? Oh, we are coming up on a boss fight. Let's do this, y'all. I remember being like, oh, this music is so cool. The graphics are so amazing. This cutscene is awesome. It's so cool. Oh, then you have to fight on the... Please, Michael is my father's name. Call me Mr. Masson. Are you gonna do the Aerith save and keep her in your party for the rest of the game? What? First of all, I don't like having Aerith in my party. Second of all, there is no Aerith save. Attack on the left, attack on the right. Menu, form party. Yeah, no. Nope, that's not gonna work. No way, no how. Okay, okay. Let's get everybody all together. I have heard like rumors, but that makes no sense because the whole entire story depends on her sacrifice. So I don't understand how that happens. I have never seen it with my own eyes. Talisman, vitality, spirit? What is spirit? I was gonna say, somebody told me this when I was in like... I remember there was some kid that I had some dumb crush on. His friend was going out with my friend. Whatever. Anyway, a protect vest sounds cooler, so we'll go with that. And I remember him arguing with me on this, and he was like, yeah, no, you can totally save her. And I was like, no, you can't. He was like, yeah, you can. There's like there's a way around it. And I was like, dude, no, there's not. Have you even played the game? He was insistent, and I was like, you are an idiot. Anyway. I was like, I've heard like rumors over the years that there's some Easter egg that you can like somehow, yeah, no. Okay, it's an electronic thing, so we will do lightning. Wait. I want to give him all the good magic. Hold on. Everybody just calm down. Hold on. Okay. Wait, I want to give you all lightning. Yes, and then restore. Yes. And then ice and fire. You all restore. Lightning. Shoot, that doesn't give Barrett much. That's okay. I'll put you on sense, maybe? I mean, I might as well get... Okay. Fire. Steel. Michael, I missed your answer. Have you ever played this game? Oh, I forgot poison. I will give that to... Cloud. Barrett, sorry, buddy, but you're just not very good with magic. I know this is a family-friendly channel, but did you hear what happened in the Italian Senate? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. How mortifying. Oh my gosh. Whew. Yeah, I heard about that. Was it as dumb as the crap going on with Russia? Oh no. There was a very not safe for work 30-second clip of Final Fantasy. Inappropriate, very, very adult stuff that played, from what I understand, for about 30 seconds. 30 mortifying seconds. Yeah. Just bad situation. Okay. All right. We got this. Oh, wow. This is going to be bad. Y, X, Y. Okay. So, when I did this in the remake, I actually thought you could only hit on one side. It made this really hard. I was like, this is so stupid. I can't believe you can't do it on one side. You only can do it on one side. Yeah, I was an idiot. Made the boss fight hecka hard. Heckin'. Come on. Wow, these controls are terrible. Please nobody judge my gaming skills based on this little mini game. Wow. Or it's not a mini game, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Oh. Eh. Yeah. This part is epic in the remake. Wow, it is so intense. Wow. But like I said, I did not realize you could attack both sides. So that made things infinitely harder. Come on. Oh, why? Oh my gosh. Cloud, you gotta work with me, man. Work with my joystick. Yeah. Take that. Oh my gosh. Barrett, you have a freaking gun arm, man, and you can't help a brother out. Okay, let's regroup. Let's regroup with our sword. It's little toothpick arms. Wielding that sword like it's nothing. Oh yeah. I love Cloud. As a child. Mentally. Oh, what? Are we still fighting? Wow, that is weird. That just put things on a weird... Did we do it? Oh, Barrett is. He's shooting at him. Well, that's good. Yeah, here we go. Heckin' tag tournament. Larry, you have to Google it. If I can send a link, it will be considered abuse. Yeah. Yeah. It was definitely not safe for work. What? Rude! I can't... Oh, I did turn around. That was good. Way to go, you guys. Arm attack. Okay, so we have multiple pieces of this, bro. Maybe? Oh, we got limits all around. I can't really decide what my favorite version of this song is in the remake because they have multiple different versions. Something bad is about to happen. Twin burner. Oh no. I got my cures up. Ah! Oh no. Can I steal anything from you? I'll just attack you. Oh, 56. Yay! Oh, that wasn't so bad. Yes. I can post some, well, I don't know. I guess people can listen at their own risk if you don't want to be if you don't want the remake music spoiled, but I can post a couple of my favorites from the remake soundtrack on the Discord, and then people can listen if they want to or not. Oh. I need somebody to have a... nope, I'm gonna cure... maybe? Oh, no, everybody's fine. Yeah, it had to do with Final Fantasy, and it had to do with some very not safe for work content. I can't even imagine. Wow. I have not seen Zoe's Encanto episode, or listened. I have not. There is definitely a lot of that. Lots of Encanto love. I see so many YouTube videos of people being like, Encanto, but it's only the fish lady. Which I don't know why anybody would spend their time making a video like that, but okay. Well, what do we do now? This is where things get whacked in the remake, right here. They should have ended it. They should have just done what happens here, and then they should have just moved on. But no, they decided to go out with a bang. And they did the weirdest bang. My gosh, this is where things got wiggity whack. Sephiroth is alive. I have to settle the score. Will that save the planet? Seems so. Then I'm going. I'll go too. There are things I need to know. About the ancients? Many things. I guess it's goodbye, Midgar. That's it. And we're out. Has anybody ever found the key to this door? Because I've never found the key to this door. Ever. I'm going back to my hometown. I'll go with you as far as that. Oh, this is a perfect time to sign off. Oh, hold on. Let's stay here for a while. I want to talk to everybody. We told Aerith's mom to go somewhere safe, so Marlene should be safe too. Yeah, she should be. She said she didn't want to stay in Midgar anymore. Maybe it's for the best. Okay, well, as long as I talk to my two bros. Let's go. We need a leader for our journey. Of course, that would only be me. You think so? I think it should be Cloud. Cuss. All right. Go northeast to a town called Calm. If something happens, we'll meet up there. He sits down. Besides, we can't all be strolling around out there. It's too dangerous. Let's split into 2 parties. That's right. I really like not safe for home content. Not safe for home. I also have my way of doing this where Barrett always has to be in the middle. I don't know why, but having him on the outside where Red 13 is just makes me uncomfortable. Can you move Cloud? Nope, cannot. Interesting. combination. Well, have fun, boys. We'll see you at Calm. You bet. I can save any time now. Yay! All right, let's go to Calm. Oh, what? Oh, they don't have any magic. Well, okay. These, whatever these are. What are these? Devil Ride? Okay. I thought that said attack with equipped spoon for a second. Wow, these guys have more life than I give them credit for. Okay, Calm is up here. What? What is this? A Calm Fang. I don't know how people do that even, how they make this. Anyway, I don't know, but yeah, it was showed. Wait, where am I going? Up this way? Right? Right? There it is! There it was! Dang it. Let's just get this over fast. Okay, now that I'm at Calm, I will save, and then I'm gonna sign off. I need to go to bed. I might even take half a sleeping pill, because I'm worried I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I barely slept at all last night. And I didn't take a nap today, so you'd think. But streaming always gives me a little bit of energy. Okay, so we have played everything that's in the Final Fantasy VII Remake at this point. Even a teeny bit more. Final Fantasy Remake ends after you beat that big boss on the road. No, it doesn't. It should have, but it did not. They do this wackadoo ending that makes zero sense. Goes completely off the rails. I don't understand. When I took the survey for, when they sent out some survey, I was like, your ending sucked. I don't understand why you decided to take it that way, but it sucked hard. So we've basically played through the remake, and the remake took me about 50 hours, maybe 47 hours. Totally bonkers. I've been playing for 6 hours. 7 hours. So anyway, I don't know how they're gonna make the I hope, I know a lot of people were disappointed with the ending of the remake part 1, and I hope they listen and they don't take quite as many freedoms. But somebody did bring up a good point in like the Reddit one time. They said something like, I really don't consider it a remake of the original game. It's almost like, even though they call it a remake, it's almost like a new story with a lot of pieces of the old story mixed in. And I think I need to start looking at it that way, because they definitely don't stay true to this story. They do for the most part, but that ending was wild. It was so weird. Which commands are in your list to make soon? I have COVID, yo. I did it. This game sucks. Like I said, I tried to do the elbow. I was gonna do the elbow, but the sound is kind of weird with the recording, and I don't think it'll be very. I don't think you can't really hear it very well. Your ending sucked. I can't imagine any self-respecting developer releasing something like that. 10 out of 10 would play again. Well, that's the funny thing. I did start playing it again, and I haven't touched it in weeks. As far as commands go and Leorn board and getting all that stuff situated, my life has been so chaotic. Honestly, since Christmas break, because Charlotte was home all during Christmas break, and I was barely getting by because she was home all the time, and Christmas was fine, and we had a great Christmas. But then when it was time for her to go back, she she went back for like 2 days, and then she did like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because school started after Christmas break. School started back on a Wednesday. So she did like a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. My sister ended up flying in, I think it was that Friday. And then the following week, Charlotte went to school Monday, and then she was home sick with her allergies, She was home with her allergies for the rest of my sister's trip here, which totally threw a wrench in things. And then she got COVID like the rest of us. So my life has been insane. And then of course I felt crappy over the last week. So I haven't had any chance to do any stream updates or anything like that because I just don't have the time. And then with baby girl feeling sick and everything, like there was just no way. I have lots of things I'd really like to do. I'd really like to mess around with that background remover without a green screen. That looks really fun, and the possibilities are endless with that. That looks really fun, but it all just takes time. Like basically Dad said once, it's a black hole. So I have lots of things that I'd like to work on, but I need my life to get back into order first. So I have them all written down here, and I think about them all the time. I just don't have the time to sit and do them because Auden's nap schedule is starting to change slightly. The older she gets, the more her naps her nap times are going to fluctuate the older she gets, and her bedtime is starting to fluctuate. And so I started this 7:30 p.m. stream on Tuesday nights and Sunday nights, but I might have to push that back to 8 because she might start going to bed at 7:30. So I don't know. This is the life of a parent, so it just happens. But anyway, everything will all come together eventually. It's not going to be this way forever, and it's just been a really rough week, and I haven't had the energy nor the time to do anything that I've really wanted to do. But so this is it for my night tonight. I'm going to sign off and go to bed. I need to kind of lay and like wind down for a little bit, and then hopefully I'll get some sleep tonight and feel better tomorrow. I feel okay right now, but I haven't eaten anything in like 2 days because I have not had an appetite. So I think I'll go eat like some bread or something. Anyway, but as always, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me. If you haven't already, please join my Discord. We've talked about sharing lots of things in the Discord tonight. But it's a really wholesome place other than a potential link for what happened with the Senate. Unless you're direct messaging that to Larry. But anyway, we'd love to see you there. I appreciate you guys tuning in and supporting and hanging out with me. This always makes me feel better, even when I kind of feel crappy. But everybody stay healthy, and everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. And I will see everybody back, provided nothing crazy happens. Charlotte's back in school. I will see everybody back on Thursday at noon. So I will see all of you later. Good night.